Hello everyone, welcome to Get My Class. Today we are going to solve this question which says the germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubules of the testis are lined by. Options are spermatids, cells of Sertoli, and option C is spermatogonium, option D is spermatocytes. So let us understand the question. It says the germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubules of testis are lined by. So we have to look at these important terminologies, that is germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubules of testis. So what are these testes? Okay, testis is it is a reproductive part in case of male. Okay, it is a male reproductive part. And where can you find? You can find these in the scrotal sac or the scrotum. Okay, so testis is a male reproductive part which is found in the scrotum, okay, which lies outside the body, but it is connected internally. Now, testis, there are a pair, you can say there is a pair of testes. Okay, so that means there are two testes. So individually, if you have to say, there are two testes. Then each testis consists of lobules. Okay, we call them as testicular lobules. Testicular lobules. Okay, so there will be around 150 to 250 lobules which are there. Lobules. So around, on an average, you can say 250 lobules. And these lobules, they consist of thin, very, very thin tubules, which are called as seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. Okay. Now, so seminiferous tubules. Okay. So these, as I told you, these are very, very thin tubules. And within these seminiferous tubules, there are cells which we call them as, it is lined by cells called as cells of Sertoli, or you could say Sertoli cells. Okay, so the outermost layer is called as Sertoli cells. Okay, and then we have the sporogenous tissue, or you can say the tissue which leads to the formation of spermatogonium. Okay, so that is Sertoli cells. Then further inside, it has many number of cells or the tissue which we call them as spermatogonium. Okay. Spermatogonium. Okay, gonium is singular and gonia is plural. Okay. These spermatogoniums are the one which will produce spermatocytes. Spermatocytes. Okay. These spermatocytes are nothing but further these will produce sperms. Okay, these will form sperms. So that's how it is all related to one another. Now these spermatocytes, before they get converted into sperm, they actually undergo something called as the meiotic division, where they undergo reductional division. So before they get converted into sperm, first they form something called as spermatids. Spermatids, and further these spermatids, they will undergo differentiation and maturation, and then they form sperms. Okay, the sperms are the last stage. Okay, and this is what is the male gamete. Sperms are the male gametes. Okay. Now, the question says the germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubule of testis are lined by. So when you say germinal epithelium, that means it speaks about within the testicles or within the testis, you can find the germinal cells. And the spermatogonium is the one which consists of germinal cells. Okay. Then it is lined by what? The seminiferous tubules are lined by Sertoli cells. Okay. So these Sertoli cells are the cells which actually nourish the sperms which are going to form. Okay, once they are formed, it nourishes them. As well as Sertoli cells will nourish the spermatogonial cells, spermatocytes, and further spermatids and further sperms. So the Sertoli cells are the one which are present as a lining in the germinal, or you can say that is the one which forms the lining, that is germinal lining of the germinal epithelium. Okay, in case of the seminiferous tubules of the testis. So let us look at the option. Option A says spermatids. No, because spermatids come much inner to the entire seminiferous tubule, because these are present in the towards the center. Whereas here they are talking about the lining part, right? It is lined by, they are saying. So it is lined by single layer of Sertoli cells. Hence option A is good. Option B says cells of Sertoli. Yes, that is the right answer. Then option C says spermatogonium. No, because like from outermost, if you go with respect to the seminiferous tubule, the outermost is the cells of Sertoli. Then you have the spermatogonium. Okay, and there are certain interstitial spaces where you can find Leydig cells also. Okay, that we'll talk about later. Now, spermatocytes, we know that the spermatids are the one, which are formed by the spermatocytes. Okay, and spermatocytes are formed from the spermatogonial cells. Hence, option D is ruled out. So they are not the part of the testis. They don't form the structural part of the testis. These are formed within. Okay, hence option D is ruled out. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is option B. Okay, correct answer is option B. That is cells of Sertoli. I hope you understood the explanation. Thank you, everyone.